Okay, in this lecture we will learn about the sets and what are the sets. Like in the mathematics, we learn that the sets is the collection of the same or different type of the objects with a no repetition, which is a no duplicate element. This is a key feature of the sets. And you can see that we can perform a four basic operation on the sets. The first one is a union, the second one is the interactions, the difference, and the symmetric difference. The curly braces are used and within a set. If we want to produce a empty set, then I want to use only the set like this. Okay, let's do a practical example of the sets. And next, in this tutorial, we'll learn about the sets. In my last lecture, I told you that the basic key point of the sets is that in set there is no repetition of the characters. That produce a set of like I have randomly data like k k k g g g h h h and t t t like this. These are the different elements. Okay, when I print of a, then you can see that it give me a like a dictionary of these elements, but in the dictionary there is no repetition of the element. If k in appear like there, but in dictionary case of the print of a, that this give me only one value of the k. And similarly like g and sim like f and s. Let's print this and run this program. Then you can see that this gave me a data in a set form, but in here there is no repetition of k and g and like s and all of the elements. And we can perform other operations on the sets, which I explained in the next lecture. Okay, now this is the lecture about the sets operation. As in a last lecture we study about the four basic operation which we can perform on the sets. The first one is a union, which is A and B. In this process, in these operations, the system give us one sets and the value of the and other sets in a one form. And in this union, there is a no repetition of the elements. This is intersections. In intersections, the Python interpreter pick those numbers, pick those elements which present both sets, like A and B, the common elements between the set A and between the set B. And the third one is the difference method. In this method, we can perform the difference between the two sets and like a symmetric difference. Okay, let's do a practical example of these four operations on a Python. Study about these four operations on the list. Okay, in the last lecture, I told you that basically four operations we can perform on the sets: the union operations, like the symmetrics, like the symmetric difference, like the difference, and like the intersection method we can perform on the sets. Let's consider a practical example and produce a set of like different element having repetition, and this is another set of B. The set of like these are like these elements. Okay, now we can perform first the difference method, a difference b, with the another operation like print of a, the intersection b. Third one is print of union method like a union of b, and symmetric difference method. The fourth one is symmetric difference method. Okay, when I run this program, the first line is executed like this, the second one like this, and the third one this. I can also put that difference method. In here, this is a intersection method. This is the union method. This is the union method, and this is the symmetric difference method. This is the symmetric difference method. Okay, let's run this program and see what's happening. Okay, run this program. You can see that in here this gives me a different methods. The first one is a difference methods that subtracted the elements of the set A and set B. This is the intersection, this is the union, the common elements between two sets. This is the symmetric difference methods. Okay, let's hope for the next lecture.